Hello everyone, VJose32 back again. Got some updates for you. Let's look at Kickstarter fairly quickly. First of all, Bicycle Red Core from Collectible Playing Cards. Very well funded with 3 days left. Make sure to check that one out before it ends, although you can always get it later on the website. The other deck that they had on, which was the Essence, has funded. Bicycle Collectors from Elite Playing Cards, as you can see, also very well funded, 17 days to go. Then there is the Bicycle Nouveau from Bonafide Playing Cards, 32% funded, 33 days to go. It has a possibility. Not a bad looking deck of cards. I'm not sure if we've looked at it, so here we go. As you can see, it's got kind of a reddish color. There is also this green, or a turquoise edition actually it is, which is a stretch goal that I don't think they're actually going to hit. At this rate, they'll probably be lucky to fund. Court cards, very beautiful. I like them. They got a, they're basically done as inspired by the original court cards from the 16th century in Rouen, France. So we got the biblical, King of Spades, or King David, King of Spades. Greek goddess Pallas Athena, Algier Vadane, King Solomon, Judith, Julius Caesar and Rachel, Alexander the Great, etc. And they look great. I like them. Very nice, old school looking court cards, but still very nice. Jokers look cool as well. Again, they made the so the suits could represent different things. Spades represent nobility, hearts, clergy, diamonds, the merchants, and clubs, the commoners, and the peasantry. And they actually put those four characteristics into the four aces. Here's the back design, really cool, intricate, even though it's made up of pips. It looks pretty good. The border is pretty thin. I'm not sure if USPC can pull that off. At least 100% good quality, but we'll see. They will be printed by the USPC 2500. Bicycle branded. And I think this is the first deck for Bonafide cards, at least on Kickstarter. Like I said, the green one, the turquoise one, I should say, also looks nice, but I'm not sure if they're going to hit the stretch goal. And personally, I think the red one, in this case, looks the best for the theme and the look overall. It's just, look at the back design. It has a little bit more richness to it. That's that one. Next up is the Bicycle Ancient Machine playing cards from Collectible Playing Cards, because they've always seemed to like having two running at the same time. This one's got a steampunk theme to it. Let me see what we're at here. There's 62% funded, 28 days to go. Very small goal, only $1,000 more. No doubt in my mind that it will fund. It's a pretty cool deck of cards. Front of the box is okay. Could have been a little bit better. I do like the back design of the cards. Like I said, it's a steampunk themed deck. We haven't had a good steampunk themed deck in a while that I can recall. So this one is good. It's a nice change of pace. Looks a pretty nice back design. And the face is very robotic, metallic. And even the pips got nice intricate details within them. And the custom court card jokers look pretty cool as well. I like those. You can check them out right now. Do so. Then there is Duality by Maven Playing Cards. 33% funded, 18 days to go. Needs to pick up the pace if it's going to fund. Vegas Playing Cards by Baron J. Cohen. 36% funded, 17 hours to go. Thank goodness it's almost done, because I'm tired of repeating that one. It's not going to happen, not at this rate. There's still a chance of it happening, but since they have not been able to hit 300 pounds, it's a measly, pathetic little goal. It's like $500 US, more give or take, and they have not been able to achieve that. I don't think they're going to hit it, even though they have 17 hours left. There is still a possibility. Perspective Playing Cards by Hudson Design, 29% funded, 18 days to go. also needs to pick up the pace if it's going to fund. Daily Critter playing cards by Alberto Rodriguez. 13% funded, 27 days to go. Not sure it's going to happen either. Decades playing cards by Derek McGee and Project Imagination Projects, or Pure Imagination Projects, sorry. Oops, my bad with that Project Imagination Projects. Anyways, 28% funded, 11 days to go. Not looking too good. I don't know if it's going to make it. It needs to pick up a lot of pace. They need like $12,000 in 11 days in order to fund it. It's not looking good. Tendril Ascendant and Nightfall by Uncarded and Paul Carpenter. Very well funded with 40 hours to go. Make sure you check it out. Emblem playing cards by Jackson Fife. 12% funded, 32 days to go. Don't think it's going to happen. It's not getting any funding, and it's not going to happen. This is my opinion. The Slider Deck Card Dealer by Carl Nordby. 12% funded, 15 days to go. Not going to happen. Heroes Cards by Anna Dadones. 32% funded, 18 days to go. Again, really needs to pick up the pace. I do see it looks like they've added black-faced cards instead of white-faced cards, except for Jokers are white-faced for some reason. And it looks like they got one deck with gold faces, one with silver faces, big-ass aces, which is fine. And apparently they got Jokers in black and in white for some odd reason. Or is that the faces? I can't even tell. Supposed to be printed by USPC with $15,000. If that's the back design, it went from not too bad to bad. From bad to worse. The aces look very nice, highly detailed as you can see from the pips. I'm not sure why they have white faces cards and black faced cards within the same decks. This as a back design with some wings and a devil and angel figure in the background. And it says hero, light side, and dark side. If that's the back design, it's horrible. Sorry, but it is. This shouldn't be any writing. It should be mirror imaged. And it's just, like before it wasn't bad. Before it was a one-way design, but it was acceptable because they had like angel wings on the top and devil wings on the bottom, which represented the good and the evil. Now it's just, I don't know. It's not going to fun with a back design like that and weird ass faces all over the place, different colors. Keep it all the same color on the faces. I don't know what they're thinking. But anyways, moving along. Revenge playing cards by Jose Cara. 45% funded. 3 days to go. Absolutely not going to happen. I've said this from the beginning. They didn't fund the first time with a bicycle deck, and they went down to an NBC big playing cards deck and lost even more backers, so it wasn't going to happen. Breaking Bad by Albino Dragon and Eric Dahlman is now funded with 3 days to go. Another new deck, some of you might be interested, the Black Fontaines by Zach Mueller. Interestingly enough, it's been on Kickstarter for about 4 hours, and it's not funded yet. It's only 41% funded. But with 29 days to go, you can bet your ass it will get funded. Not a lot to say about it. It's just the same F on a black back with standard faces. Yes, he designed them in one night in Photoshop for fun. Made a prototype, started using his videos, and people can stop asking to buy them. So he decided to make 3 more colors. Or 2 more colors, really. You know, the only people who pay $35, $60, $30 for a deck of Fontaines are idiots. Because anyone can just design this deck themselves. All you have to do is get that font, put it on a back design, print it, and there you go. You have a Fontaine deck for like $20. So I mean, really, I don't know why people are paying so much money for the reds or the blues on eBay or whatever. Anyways, moving along, Viking playing cards by Daniel Olson, whatever that is, 8% funded, 24 days to go. It's dropped like 1%. Not gonna happen. A Karen Feeding of Baby Dragons book and deck by Jessica Feinberg, well funded with 23 days to go. Whispering Imps Gamesters Edition by Chris Chelko is also funded with 26 days to go. And apparently there is a couple more versions coming, limited editions. They don't have any pictures, but apparently there's going to be a silver edition and a gold edition, 1,000 of each, with special layers of foil and embossing on the tuck boxes. And apparently there's going to be foil on the back of each card, red ink with silver foil in the logos, and black ink with gold foil in the logos. So it's going to be kind of like what they did with the Zen decks, except it's going to be a different logo, basically, and less detail on the back design. Then there is Pandora deck by Oliver Sorensen, 21% funded, 10 days to go. Not looking like it's going to happen. Check this out, Board Game Geek, 10,000% funded. It's not a deck of cards, but it's a card game based on the world's greatest game site. Not a big surprise that they made that much, but at the same time, it looks like they only had a goal of like $1,000 or $100, whatever it was. Anyways, moving along, it's not card related. Pelted Primacy playing cards by James Augustine, 6% funded, 18 days to go. It's not going to happen. Not a chance in hell, unless it has some kind of backer that really wants these and puts in a lot of money, especially one of the resellers, but I don't see it happening. And that would be a mistake, because if nobody's buying them, as it is on Kickstarter, it's going to be pretty hard to sell them on a small reseller's website to a much smaller customer base. People are just not interested. This is his fourth attempt. Hopefully it's his final attempt, because it's just not going to happen. I actually sent him a message and he never responded. Maybe after the holidays and get back, I don't know. Vox playing cards by Bo Chalice and designed by Lotrick. Apparently 2 years of design for all that artwork. They're going to be pretty 3,333 decks by Legends Point Cards. It's currently 19% funded, 22 days to go. Not looking good. Explore playing cards by Harris Sowitkaneko. 55% funded, 21 days to go. Actually has a possibility compared to a lot of the other decks that are on Kickstarter right now. Cannabis Fiend Poker Deck by Carl DeVries. 0% funded, 4 days to go. Not a single chance in hell. Puppeteer's Cosmic Puzzle by Andros Christo, which had something to do with cards, has absolutely 0% funded, no dollars pledged, 3 days to go, and not a chance in hell. And 2015 Life Hacks by Blake, 1% funded now, with 6 days to go, and not a chance in hell. $35 pledged now for that one. It actually went up from 0% and $15 to like $35. Anyways, that's it for Kickstarter. One more deck I wanted to tell you about, you can see right here on Facebook, is this coming up on December the 30th. It's from the New Deck Order, Jasper's deck, pretty well known. And it is the School of Cardistry deck. It's a pretty cool mat design. And, sir, it's pretty standard faces, but I don't know for sure. Previously, they had the Kosea deck. Apparently, it's going to be on their website, which does me no good, because I can't do PayPal. That is that. Excuse me. It's over here. Sorry. One more thing I want to mention is my card awards. 2014 Visuals A42 card awards. They're going on right now. I will keep it up for a few more days at the very least. Currently I'm at about 100 responses, or just over that. I've made some edits and changes since I originally posted it. So let's have a look. Dan and Dave Deck of the Year, I've added the Bruce Lee V2. Independent Deck of the Year, I've actually removed a bunch and added a couple new categories, but I've also added the Phoenix Full Tilt, Miscellaneous Goods Company V2, and the NDO Cardistry deck, Kosea deck, actually, I should say. I'll fix that. Then, let's see, that one, there's the Biggest Blunder of the Year, Best Playing Card Swap, King's Wild Deck of the Year, Conjuring Arts / Expert Cards Deck of the Year now, instead of just Conjuring Arts. And I removed a couple out, the Legends decks. They weren't in the running anyway. Kickstarter Fail of the Year. I added the Pelted Primacy deck because it's the fourth failure now. Pretty big fail in my opinion. Best New Company Collectible Playing Cards Deck of the Year. I added the Bicycle Casino, which is now available on the website. Best Crowdfunding Website. The best card crowdfunding site is a new one. The nominees include Deckstarter, Kickstarter, King's Wild Funded on Tilt, Card Launcher, which doesn't even exist anymore, and Indiegogo, which, well, whatever. It's got some decks on there, but they barely ever have any success. Then there's Deck Review of the Year. Best usage of foil on cards. I'm tempted to put the Gamesters Edition Whispering Imps, but they haven't been created yet, so it's not going to happen. Gambler's Warehouse Deck of the Year. I added the Steampunk Bandits. Best Deck Yet to Come as a new category. Vote for the best deck that you are looking forward to, that is in production or about to be produced. Nominees include the Tendril Ascendant and Nightfall, the Heretic, Breaking Bad, Whispering Imps, Gamesters Edition, Scarlet Tallyho, Metal Riderbacks, The Ultimate Universe, Usai Classic, Sisu 4 Beasts, Venexiana Dark, Bicycle Titanic, Draconian Impressions, Seasons V2, Black Book Manifesto, Black Fontaines, Bicycle Maid, Grid 2.0 in red, Bicycle Neverland, Delirium, Quadruplicates Malam, Bicycle Aves, Bicycle Mayhem, Call of Cthulhu Rifting Dark, Mana Sybil, Empire Bloodlines, Metropole Lux, Choice Cards, and Muertos. And the reason I had that one was because I know some people, I just want to see what people think, and I thought it might be interesting. A lot of good decks coming up, as you can see. I tried to keep it to like one from every company because there's multiple decks from Albino Dragon coming and multiple from Collectible Playing Cards and Gambler's Warehouse and whatnot. So I decided to try to keep it to one from each company. No more, no less. Then there is another one I added, Coterie 1902 Deck of the Year. There's a Dark Diamond for Question Deck, Fat Boy Eat All Day V2 and V3, and Fat Boy Eat All Day Aztec. Alloy's Studio Deck of the Year, there's the Reverse Tally Holes, the Blossoms, Unicorn, Peafowl, and Totem. Fury 11 Deck of the Year, there's the Mystery Box Bad Robot Deck. Or Bad Robot Mystery Box, perhaps you have it. Tycoons, Charity Water V2. There's no changes there, so, Fury 11 Deck of the Year. Handlords Deck of the Year. Best Information Site / Forum. Kickstarter Deck of the Year, which includes pretty much all the decks that were on Kickstarter, except those from Collectible Playing Cards and Gambler's Warehouse and PlayingCards.net, because then it would just be way too big of a list. Legends Deck of the Year, added a couple of that one, including the Classic Gold and the Onita, which are 2 new decks you can get on the website right now. Best Overall Deck, as nominated by you. I had a bunch of people. What I did originally was I just had a box where people entered in what they thought was the best overall deck of the year. But it got a little bit difficult to try and figure out what's what. So I decided to take the decks that were named and just put them as nominations. I eliminated any that were not from this year or that have not been produced yet because it's kind of hard to nominate something as a best overall deck when it hasn't been produced yet, and also it's not fair to include decks from previous years. So we got Kings, Gatorbax, Phyrexiana Gold, Absinthe, Origins, Monarchs, White Monarchs V2, Les Malise, Pro Axiom Dominion V2, Smoke and Mirrors Gold, Zenith Mystery Box Bad Robot, Serpentine, Verts V2, Fontaines, Gold Artifice, 52 plus Choker, Green and Yellow Dragonbacks, Rarebits, Tenabra, The Hive, Kings, Wild Tallyho, Aquila, Voltes, Run, and Lux. And a couple of those I added myself because I felt I deserved to be there. Mainly the last 4. Bicycle Deck of the Year. I did add the Bicycle Rhapsody, Club Tattoos in orange and blue, and the Bicycle Porcelain. Then there's a Club 808 Deck of the Year, Illusionist Deck of the Year, which I did add to Madison Dealers because they did release the border decks in green and black this past year. Then there's the Best Card Producer, Best Playing Card Club / Membership, Company of the Year, Deck Starter / Art of Play Deck of the Year, which was added not too long ago, including the Deck Starter, Flesh and Bones, Debbie Millman, Thick Lines, and the Prime. There's a couple more from Deck Starter, but they haven't been produced or fulfilled yet, so I decided not to include them. That'll be next year's. Card Experiment Deck of the Year, I just added that one. Nominees include the Bicycle Black Asura, Black Babel, Annika, and the upcoming Bicycle Dream, which I added just for the hell of it. It is available for pre-order, so why not? Add one more choice. Blue Crown Deck of the Year is there, and then there's the Independent Company of the Year, Best Prohibition Series Deck, which I also added recently. And you can choose between the Absinthe, the Despoilers Tequila, Rebellion Rum, Moonshine, White Wolf, and Bicycle 52 Proof. For the Independent Company of the Year, I did actually move Handlords and Encarded down to this list because I had them on like the Company of the Year, but they were not doing well at all, to be honest. And I decided that they were not on par with the companies, like those other companies that are on the Company of the Year. Where are they? Where are they? Those other companies that are on, Company of the Year, Continent Arts, Blue Crown, Dandy, Fear 11, Illusionist, they're all pretty big, pretty major companies, pretty massive followings. And, maybe Handlords should be on there, but nobody seems to be voting for them. King's Club, or King's Wild Project, has become a pretty big site and putting out decks pretty regularly. And has become a pretty big name in cards, so I figured I'd add him on there. Probably shouldn't have, but he's doing really well, surprisingly. So I decided to leave him on there. But Handlords, I guess I could have let them on there. Maybe I'll put them back. I don't know. For Encarded, I decided to remove Encarded because they haven't been producing that many decks. They only produced like one the past year. And so I just didn't feel like they could be compared to like Illusionist or Fear 11. And maybe King's Wild shouldn't be, but what's done is done. So anyways, even if you voted already, make sure you go back, check it out again, because I've added quite a bit of new categories, made quite a few changes. I will try to avoid making any more changes or adding any more, but I just felt it'd be interesting to add some more and make it more complete. So make sure you go vote. Link will be in the description. And I'll see you next time.